Good afternoon, folks. Join me for afternoon tea. I'm not going to go in all the palaver of pouring out the tea, how you stir the tea, how you drink the tea. If you've been looking at some of these videos, you'll have copped on to that already. So, afternoon tea. You can get dressed up for afternoon tea. It's very nice. If you're like me and I'm talking to goths, this is your dress. And nothing wrong having friends round, maybe on your own, but have friends round, have a little circle, tea drinking circle. Dress how you feel comfortable, doesn't matter. Just using a little bit of etiquette and some of the ways that it's done, rather than don't stick hot dogs on there, don't stick beef burgers on there, don't stick weird and wonderful things on there. That isn't afternoon tea. This is afternoon tea. So let's start. The tea's already made. Like I said, I don't have to go into all that. And an excellent cuppa it is too. So, need a plate, something to eat, cake with. You don't pick it up. Use a fork, we'll look at that in a while. Napkin. It's a napkin, it's not a serviette. So if you want to do it correctly, napkin, not a serviette. Open your napkin. Voila. None of this. When I get it there. None of that. Hopefully you gave that up quite a few years ago. That is not a serviette, it's not a napkin, that's a bib. So, napkin, open it, lay it across the knees. Just don't be sloppy. Don't get stuff down here. But in the process of eating some of these things, you are probably going to drop crumbs. Cheese can fall out of a sandwich, other things, onto the napkin on the knee. That's what it's more or less for. Okay, so afternoon tea is pretty straightforward. If you look here, there's assortment of sandwiches, and you could do the typical English sandwich of cucumber sandwich, egg sandwich, egg and cress sandwich. Here there's, which I like, there's egg and cress sandwich, there's cheese and onion sandwich, but I like a little bit of mayonnaise in it so that it holds it all together, and when it's picked up the filling doesn't all flipping drop out. And there's chicken sandwiches here with pesto and some salad. Not very typical Victorian English, I suppose, but I wouldn't like to say. Sandwiches. And then for after the sandwiches, assortment of cakes. Now you can use these, you can use scones, and I'm not going to go into the wheres and wherefores of how to break a scone open, how you put the jam, how you put the cream. We've done that. If you haven't seen it, there is a video up talking about cream teas. But yes, you can have scones with the afternoon tea. And then there's an assortment, the Swiss roll with cream and jam in, which is one of my favourites. When I see it, I just have to have it. There's little cake slices, and there's chocolate slices, and the slab cake with jam and cream in and icing on the top. But you go for the little cakes that tempt your taste buds. But if you're doing an afternoon tea, no cupcakes. It's not really a cupcake meal. So no cupcakes, slices of cakes, those sort of things, but not the cupcake. So if you're from America, you're going like this now, aren't you? Oh, that's me buggered. Ooh. Well, you can use them, just don't let me bloody see you. Okay, so this is really straightforward, a quick video. Cup of tea, enjoy the cup of tea, savour it, don't knock it back like a docker. So, let me tell you something, if you do that, if you savour tea when you're drinking it, you can have a totally different experience. If you're talking over the cup, if you're looking elsewhere, if your mind's elsewhere, that's just liquid going down the throat. If you're drinking it in big mouthfuls, it's just going down. There's no experience of there. If you're not talking, if you're just looking at the tea, if you're thinking about it, you're thinking about the tea, the flavour, it's a totally different experience. And if you haven't experienced that before, just humour me and try it. If you have a look at my videos, there's how to brew tea. It's the first thing, brew it correctly. Then drink it correctly. And it's not there just to make fun of people, it's not there to be dictatorial to people or anything. It's there, it was there for a purpose. They come up with the right way to brew, they come up with the right way to drink over many years, and it was expensive stuff. You wanted to get the best you could out of it, and you want the best experience out of it. So I really do say try it. Brew it correctly. If you can, get loose tea, brew it correctly, drink it correctly. Then see if you don't have a different experience. Not saying do it every time, if you don't want to do it every time you have a cup of tea, but every now and then when you got time, you want to sit down and you want to enjoy something like this, do it correctly and enjoy it. That's beautiful. Okay. So obviously when you're eating this, start with sandwiches. I'm not going to go into that, I think you know how to eat a sandwich. But again, use something like this. So you can just pick up a sandwich, place it on the plate, then eat it ladylike or gentlemanlike. I'm going to put my fingers on it now just to show you the size, because it's that size and it's a dainty afternoon tea size. Isn't the go ahead to open your mouth that wide and whack it all in one go. Take bites of it and like the tea, savour it. Enjoy what you're eating. You can go for a world record and eat a hot dog in 2 seconds, or a burger, or a pasty, whatever, a sandwich. You can have 2 slices of bread together, eat it in 1.5 seconds, but you're not going to savour it. So take your time, enjoy the sandwich. If you've got company, this is where you enjoy the company of your friends, your family or your friends. You take your time, you take time to be with your friends, and you savour the whole experience. And another thing you do, you turn that bloody thing off and forget about it, throw it over your flipping shoulder and leave it till you're finished. Because there's nothing worse than if you're with friends and you're enjoying that experience, you look over and yeah. What's that about? So yeah, let's have some decorum, let's have some etiquette, and remember it's all about enjoying the experience, the tea, the sandwiches. Right, I'm not going to eat that at the moment, but when we get round to the sweet, you pick the cake that you want to eat at the moment, and I'm going for the one that I like. So I think it's maybe better to put the flat one on the bottom. Pick up the cake, place it on the plate, and again, you don't pick up the cake, however small, however petite it is, you don't pick it up and eat it. You use a fork, and the fork is used in that direction. That, not like that, not like that, whatever. In your fingers, like that. And then you can do that. Cut a little bit off with a fork and ladylike and gentlemanly like eat the cake. And there you go. That's it in a nutshell. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give it a go. I hope you have a look at what I've been talking about and say, you know, I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to savour it. I'm going to turn the bloody phones off and everything. Tell my friends to do the same. Let's enjoy this moment together. Savour what we're doing. Do it in a little bit of etiquette so you feel like it is special. And that's what it's all about, really. It's to make it a special occasions. We can grab food and we can stuff it in. We can grab drink, we can stuff it in. But it's not an experience. And that's what's been lost over the years. It's been lost. But as far as I know, in the UK or in England, it's growing again. I don't know from where, but this is growing again. It could be that the cafes and little restaurants are doing this. You go in and ask for afternoon tea, you'll get cakes and sandwiches. They might ask you to pick X amount of sandwiches, X amount of cakes. You make your choice to go on there. That could be bringing it back. But as far as I know, I've had to make this stand myself because I cannot find any in the shops. I might in a specialised cake shop. Charity shops, they tell me as soon as one goes in it's gone. So if you're not there when it comes in, you can kiss that goodbye. So it is being revived again, which is a blooming good thing to do. And I hope people are doing this and using a little bit of etiquette and enjoying it. So folks, that's it. That is afternoon tea. And now, after doing this, guess what? I've got to flip and eat this lot. It's not going to do my kilt any good, or the waist bit anyway. But I love the stuff on there, so I shall give it a good go. But I'm not going to waff it down. I'm going to do it with etiquette and slowly. So have fun. Go and make afternoon tea. I'll catch you later. Oh, and when you're finished, and it's all round here, napkin, dab the mouth, none of the catch you later.